Hello there and welcome to my workshop. So today we're going to machine that beautiful 3D stallion in a dish or a concave into this block of wood with a CNC router. So before we go into CNC routing, I get a lot of people in the comment section asking me where to buy a router and what sort of router to purchase. Now, there's a lot of information that you require to purchase a CNC router, because not all CNC routers are the same. So, this is my home page on YouTube, and if you go into videos and go into this video here, number 351, all about what I would suggest to buy for a CNC router, and all the information that you would need to make an informed decision. I advise you to watch that video before even attempting to start doing your research for a CNC router. As you are considering your CNC router, you should consider what CAM program you should purchase to operate with your CNC router. I have recently changed to Aspire 9. Unfortunately, ArtCam is no longer available. A lot of my previous videos you will see I use ArtCam. Brilliant program. Unfortunately, ArtCam is no longer available. This program, Aspire from Vectric, I'll leave you a link down below this video. This is a program that is just as good, just as powerful, and I really like it. So this is what we're going to use today. So for those of you who wish to see the putting together of this piece in Vectric Aspire, I've done a separate video for you because it's quite involved and there's a lot of information that you would require. Now it comes to mounting this to your table. That's very simply done. What I do is I get a waste sheet. I do actually have a wasteboard that fills the whole of my table, this being a 6012. But for these sort of jobs, I just get a scrap piece of chipboard, attach that to the table, and then just simply I make up out of waste material just a bracket that screws onto one end. Obviously the same on the other end, just to hold it stable, and that's really all you need. Okay, so we have our material now secured to the bed, and what I've got quite a sharp tool. In actual fact, this is a tapered ball mill, which we're going to do the main job with, and we're just going to use one single tool. But first, I need to flatten this. Take the top layers off, and just make it nice and flat and smooth. In other words, plane it off to a level surface. Now, to do that, I've got to do a number of things. First of all, I'm going to use this sharp-ish tool to come along to this X spot, which is the center of the material, and I'm going to set the XY coordinate in Mach 3. That just tells the computer, who's operating with Mach 3, exactly where the center of this material is, and the information that was drawn up in Vectric Aspire is all in the computer, that tells the computer all the necessary information to machine this piece in this piece of wood. So you just got to You just need to give it a start point. So that's what we're going to do right now. I use a pendant. I find them very useful. They're about $150-ish. If you're going to get yourself a CNC router, insist on Mark III, nothing else will do. And I advise you to get one of these as well. Oh, wrong way. So just bring this up. We're going to go down, just roughly. That's good. So now I'm going to go to the computer and I'll show you in Mark III how to zero the X and Y coordinate. So what you do to zero is just go over the appropriate axes, box and press, and you can see that it zeros. Okay, so this is our cutter, and this is a sort of face milling cutter. It's 1 inch or 25.4 millimeters in diameter, and we're going to surface this material off now. This incidentally is a collet chuck, so it's a dual cone that when this nut compresses it up into a cone inside here, it collapses around the shank of the tool. And it's a very secure method of holding a tool. So now what we need to do is set the Z height, and that is the height of the tool above the material. Alright, so what we, in this sort of case, and it is only in this case, what you do, you pick the highest, you sight over your material, and this is, I stress, only for this particular application because it's an uneven surface. Pick the highest point, which is about here. The highest point actually is there. So we're going to come over here and we're going to gently come down on it so the cutting edge just touches that area there, and we'll set the Z0. So the tool is just touching the top of that material now. So I'll set the Z0 and I'll load up the first program, which is a face-in cut. So now it's time to do our first cut. Incidentally, I normally set Mark III up at about 20% of the program. In other words, you write the program and you do your speeds and feeds, but in Mark III you have the opportunity of setting a percentage of what was set in the program, and so I get a chance to stop something if something's not happening quite correctly. I start everything up at about 20%. Then when I see everything going okay, then I bring it up to full speed. So here we go.